back to the Junglesey channel. Do I have some epic fails for you? Number 1. My family and I traveled to Lake Roosevelt when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And this part of Washington, believe it or not, is actually desert. It's not green like everybody thinks. The west side, the east side, and the top bordering Canada, that's all green. But the middle part is very country, farmish, and deserty. This place was just like that. There were high cliffs of red rock on one side of the lake, and then on the other was the campground where I was staying. If you traveled along the beach, heading away from the campground, there was this really cool sand dune that you could hike up to. It was probably about 15 feet up, more diagonally. Me and my siblings would run down really fast and go into the water, see how fast we could run without falling over. After getting wet from head to toe, I went ahead and traveled up the sand dune. I was gonna make an epic dash down to the water. And so I was going down and I face planted right into the sand. The sand went up my nostrils, into my mouth, all over my face. So my dad brings me down the rest of the way to the water and starts dunking me like a donut. First I thought my dad was trying to drown me, but it turns out he was just trying to get all the sand out of my nostrils and out of my mouth. It was not a picnic though. Epic fail 2! When I was around 21, 22 years old, I went on this excursion with some guys from church. We stayed in this cabin over in the Blue Mountains. I had this really clever idea of bringing this mask to freak a bunch of people out. Cabin in the woods, forests everywhere, nighttime will come. The one leading the excursion, I told him what my plan was. Someone needed to be involved in order to sidetrack some of the other guys. So I brought this mask, and it was like the Scream mask, but the mouth was closed and the eyes were smaller. And then I grabbed my black graduation gown, and I thought together that would be the perfect way to scare somebody. Perfect. Every once in a while, I can be a little spontaneous, and I just like to give a good scare. And sometimes it doesn't work out the way you plan. I told the leader of my group that I was going to drive a little ways down the road to the front of the property, and under the canvas of night, no one would see my car. So I did just that. I pulled down a ways, got out of my car, I put on the mask, put on the gown, and they were out at the campfire. My plan was to sneak attack them, making my way all the way around this campsite, going so slow. I was trying to hide in the trees so that no one could see me. I hear everybody talking. I can see the campfire. They don't see me yet. I'm gonna have to come a little ways out. I'm gonna have to risk possibly being seen before I can scare them. I come up from behind and hide behind this tree. Here was my opportunity to scare the fluids and solids out of everybody. I make a dash from behind the tree, and I trip and I fall forward, and I try to break my fall, and I fall into this guy and totally take him out down to the ground. Boom! Another epic fail by tripping. Good job, Sonny. Epic fail number 3. This story isn't as long, but I still consider it an epic fail, and a very sad epic fail at that. When I was around 14, 15 years old, I got really into exercising. I became a workout guru and just hit the gym 3 times a week. I remember one day I was doing this workout, and it works in between your shoulder blades. This specific exercise helps your posture. I was doing that exercise, and then I go like this. Boom! The weights hit my fingers. In that instant, I popped 3 or 4 blood vessels in my fingers. The dumb thing is I continued to work out after my blood vessels in my fingers were popped. My fingers were throbbing really bad, and I was doing the bench press and like, not as dramatic as that, but you get the idea. There's a sample of some epic fails I have for you guys. Go ahead and share your epic fails in the comments below. Click like on this video, go ahead and subscribe. And please share this with your family and friends and your acquaintances.